Hey, what's up? It's me, Caitlin, your favorite mission girl. I'm just gonna stop saying mission girl. I am Caitlin, and I am here with a trailer reaction for the all-new trailer for Andor. This is the new Star Wars show that will be airing on Disney Plus starting September 21st of this year. So we are just a couple months away from Andor being released. So at Star Wars Celebration, Andor was one of the few things we got a sneak peek of. We got a sneak peek of Andor. We got a sneak peek at Bad Batch Season 2 in the form of teaser trailers. We also got a quick teaser for Star Wars Survivor, which is the sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which looks so good. So we didn't really get a lot out of Star Wars Celebration this year. I think we got more out of the Lucasfilm panel because we got the trailer for Willow and some other information about like the upcoming Indiana Jones movie, but we really haven't gotten a lot in terms of sneak peeks and teasers for upcoming shows. I know I am really excited for the third season of Mandalorian, which is set to come out this February, which for those of you who don't know, my birthday is actually February 8th, which is a Wednesday, and Disney Plus has recently been debuting new shows on Wednesday, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that Mandalorian Season 3 actually comes out on my birthday. And Ahsoka, which is really weird because at Star Wars Celebration, they did show like kind of teasers, behind the scenes footage of Ahsoka and the Mandalorian. But we who weren't there didn't get to see it. Instead, we got a teaser trailer for Andor and we got a teaser for Bad Batch Season 2. And Andor just got a new trailer released yesterday. So what we know about Andor is minimal. It's a Star Wars show. However, we do know that it is going to be the longest, I believe, of the live action shows to date. I have the wiki page up, so I'm going to try to get as much information as I can. So Andor is actually going to be the longest of the live action Star Wars shows to date. It is going to be a total of 24 episodes divided in two. So the first 12 episodes of Andor will start on September 21st of this year. And in fact, they announced that the first 3 episodes of Andor are what are going to be debuting on September 21st. And they will be released weekly until November 23rd. And then the second 12 episode is currently in development. So they're calling it a second 12 episode season, like a season 2. But from what I understand, Star Wars Celebration, they're not referring to it as a season 2. They're just referring to it as the second half of Andor. So it's going to be really interesting. So in total, this will have 24 episodes. If we count it as a single season, we're going to have to see how they treat it. I really think it's just going to be one season of a series divided in two. Kind of how Netflix did the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Stranger Things. They do one long season, but they divide it into parts. So I think that's what they're doing with Andor, is they're going to try that and see how that works out. And they also have announced that the second 12 episodes will lead into Rogue One. And of course that makes sense. This series is about Cassian Andor. So far the cast and characters of who we know, we have Diego Luna returning as Cassian Andor. They give a little bit more of his backstory, saying that he's a thief whose homeworld was destroyed by the Empire. The series begins with Andor as a revolution-averse cynic and explores how he becomes the most passionate person who's going to give themselves to save the galaxy. We have Genevieve O'Reilly reprising her role as Mon Mothma. A senator tries to navigate the politics of the Empire while secretly helping to found the Rebel Alliance, which makes me so excited. I'm so excited to see more of Mon Mothma. We got like a teeny tiny bit of her in Return of the Jedi, another teeny tiny bit of her in Revenge of the Sith. She showed up a couple times in Star Wars The Clone Wars. She showed up a couple times in Star Wars Rebels, where we got a little bit more with her. But I'm really excited that she's going to be in Andor, and it sounds like she's going to be a big part of the show, because I am really big when it comes to the Rebels. I'm really big now into seeing how the formation of the rebellion happened. That's one of the reasons I love Rebels, is you see these little rebel cells, and then you see them slowly merging into this bigger, and just to the rebellion in general. So I'm really interested in seeing these early days of the rebellion. Stellan Skarsgård as a character named Luthen, Adria Arjona as Keela, Denise Go as Deidre Miro, an Imperial officer, and then Kyle Soller and Fiona Shaw, whose roles have not been released. Forrest Whitaker will be in the show, reprising his role as Saw Gerrera. Anton Lesser will appear as an Imperial officer, and then Robert Eames, David Hyman, Alex Burns, and Clemens Schick have been cast in undisclosed supporting roles. So we kind of do have a lot of returning characters. I'm also excited to see the newer characters. Basically, the premise of the show is beginning 5 years before the events of Rogue One, the series follows an ensemble cast of characters during the time that a rebel alliance is forming in opposition to the Galactic Empire. One of these characters is Cassian Andor, a thief who becomes a revolutionary and eventually joins the rebellion. And one of the things I'm really interested in seeing is how much of Cassian's backstory they explore, because the one thing that really sticks out to me in my mind about his character is when he tells Jen, when she's like so not into joining the rebellion, is when he says, some of us have been in this fight since we were 6 years old. And then later he just looks so remorseful when they're gathering everybody for the mission, and he's like, some of us have done kind of bad things in the name of the rebellion. We've killed people. And you see that in the beginning of the movie, spoiler alert, he kills someone he kind of might consider his friend, but he kills him because he feels like he doesn't have an option, and he's so willing to kill Dr. Urso for the rebellion. So it's kind of interesting to see his character, and it'll be interesting to learn maybe a little bit more about his backstory. I'm always interested in delving deeper into some of these characters, and Cassian Andor, more than Jen Urso, actually, I kind of wanted to learn more about his backstory, because he just seemed like this very kind of polarizing character. And with Jen, we do get a lot of her backstory. If you read the Star Wars books, there is a book called Rebel Rising, which is all about Jen growing up with Saw and how she becomes the person we see her in Rogue One. And then they have Rogue One Catalyst, a Rogue One novel story, which is all about Galen and Lyra and Krennic during the Clone Wars, and then during the formation of the Empire, and what their actions led to the Death Star. So it's really, really interesting. So I know more about Jen, and I really want to know about Cassian, because when I watch Rogue One, Jen is a cool character. I really like her, but I kind of feel I want to know more about Cassian. I want to know more about this person who says he's been part of this fight since he was 6 years old. And so I'm really excited that maybe we'll learn more about his backstory and what led him to say that to Jen. Maybe that's when the Empire destroys Homeworld. So who knows? So let's go ahead and watch the trailer for Rogue One, for Andor, the Star Wars show. I just called it a Star Wars show. I am so lame, you guys. I am so sorry. All right. Da, 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 da. Here we go. If anything, it's pretty. Ooh. Oh, I love the clothes. Alrighty. Costume, I love it. And the hair. Oh! Oh my god.
To steal from the Empire? To just walk in like you belong? They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied.
This is from some of the
They can't imagine that someone like me would ever get inside their house.
Ah!
Cassian Andor.
Oh, I know who he
The
is.
Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
Love it, music. This is so cool. Oh!
I can get.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
There's fermenting out there, son. Pockets of fermenting. You're in my net. Are you a fish? Or are you a thief? You're sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I've just been hiding for too long.
Oh, this is so cool.
As long as I feel pain and irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing.
What are you really doing?
Oh
This
my
What do you think revolution looks like?
I'm tired of losing.
Oh my god. This show is going to be nuts! Oh my gosh. This may make me very unpopular, but I think Star Wars Andor actually looks better than Rogue One. Okay, I know I already have an unpopular opinion. I like Rogue One. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies, but it's not my top Star Wars movie. I still like the Skywalker saga more, and I already get a lot of flack because I think Rise of Skywalker is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. But I actually am really excited to see Andor. I think it looks amazing. The reason I was freaking out about the costumes is I am someone who likes to Disney bound or do very basic outfits. By the way, happy Tano Tuesday. So seeing those outfits, I'm really excited because some of those outfits would be something really easy to put together, really easy to make a bonding outfit of. So I'm really excited about that, and the hair too, because I love the hairstyles. Look very simple and very easy for me to mimic, unlike Leia or Rey, which is kind of hard. I love the music. I don't know who they are getting. The composers for the Star Wars shows have been just amazing. Nicole Holt, I think that's who did the music for the Obi-Wan show. She did an amazing job with the music. Kevin Kiner, I think he did Clone Wars and Rebels. I have both the soundtracks that were released. The Mandalorian soundtrack was done by the same guy who did, I think, the Black Panther soundtrack, and it is amazing. I love it, and I'm loving the music for Andor. It is so good. And I love this whole thing about Cassian, and some of what he said is actually from the teaser, where he talks about the Imperials being so fat and happy and rich and proud of themselves, and they're so full of their own ego, they're so full of hubris, that they don't stop to think for a moment that somebody like him could walk right into their holdings, to their homes, to their bases, and get information and steal from them. And they're too puffed up with arrogance to even stop to think that, yeah, that could happen. I think maybe that's one of the greatest failings of the Empire is they are so puffed up and full of arrogance. And even with the First Order, they're so puffed up and full of arrogance and pride because, hey, we're bigger, we got more weapons, we got more people, we're able to make things go boom, we're able to destroy planets, that they don't stop to think that a smaller force of people with hope, with something they truly believe in and truly want to fight for and make life better, could ever come in and destroy what they have and win the day. So I think that's one of the reasons why I love Star Wars so much in terms of seeing the little person push back against the bigger bully and win. So I really love that comment, and I really love the one character saying, this is what a revolution looks like. You want to see what it looks like when people get mad and they want things to change. Look outside. This is a revolution. This is what it looks like, and you guys are going to be in trouble. So I am really excited to see Andor. I cannot wait for September 21st to see this. I actually think, I have to look it up, but I think Bad Batch Season 2 is also premiering in September, and if that's the case, we Star Wars fans are going to be so busy because we're going to have Andor and we're going to have Bad Batch, and it will actually be really interesting to see the two because Bad Batch is set right after Order 66, so it starts during Order 66, so it's set during the early days of the Empire, and Andor is set kind of like 5 years before, so it's set when the Empire is kind of at its high point. It's kind of having its heyday. So it will be really, really interesting because I think Star Wars Rebels is a little bit earlier. Yeah, Rebels is a little bit earlier than Andor. So Rebels and Andor kind of take place at the high point of the Empire. So I'm really, really excited for Andor. I cannot wait to see this show. You guys tell me in the comments down below what you guys are most excited for about Andor. What were your thoughts about Rogue One, and how do you feel about Cassian Andor and Mon Mothma and all these other characters from Rogue One stepping in and showing what the growth of rebellion? What are you most excited for? Are you a little bit hesitant about this series, or is this one you're going to skip? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you like my videos, don't forget to give me a big old thumbs up and subscribe, and if you want to know when I post new stuff first, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you are always the first to know. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Once again, happy Tano Tuesday. This is Caitlin, and I am signing off for the day. I hope sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and I will talk to you next time. And may the force be with you. Bye, everybody.